So I watched the 2026 Return to Silent Hill movie yesterday at the movie theater, and I even got some postcards. The postcards say, "Welcome to Silent Hill." We have my little movie ticket here, and I'm gonna show you the back of it real quick. The front has some blood stains, very aesthetic. This is actually a screenshot from the movie. This is not part of the original Silent Hill 2 game or the remake. I assume this was like from the game, but it's not. From the back it says, "Welcome to Silent Hill. Please stamp here." It has a little bit of fake distress printed on here, 4 stripes and a QR code, and then here's something you can put a little image on. And then from here you have the blood stains, more distress, wish you were here, you got James, and then this right here. Now, surprisingly, the Silent Hill board, I don't know if this was maybe me who picked up on the detail, but it doesn't look like the same one from the original Silent Hill 2006 movie. And you don't need to watch any of the other Silent Hill movies to understand this movie, which is really surprising. But I guess it makes sense because this movie is based off the second Silent Hill game. And while the other movies are based off in another parallel universe where they don't follow the same logic um as the game, because in the movies, in the 2006 movies and the 2012 movies, it's an alternate dimension, but in the 2026 movie, it's James having the mental breakdown, James having like the psychosis that we all know of. So let's talk about the movie itself. I would rate the movie as a Silent Hill person maybe a 4 out of 10. That movie fucking sucked ass. It wasn't even that bad, but as a movie enjoyer, I would give it maybe a 7.5 out of 10. So it was a very simplified, very dumbed down version of the lore of Silent Hill 2, and we do get a lot of like pieces and we do get a lot of stuff, but it didn't dive into the lore as much as I would have liked it to. It just kind of said the basic stuff. Um, Colt, Maria, fuck, Mary, yeah. Uh, Also they tried to Leon Kennedy. They tried to Leon Kennedy James throughout the movie. Like there's sequences where James is like having a full mental breakdown, and he's like, "I know where she is," but then like you zoom in and his face is like covered in darkness, and he's like, and they made his hair, instead of giving him like the straight like blondish hair, they gave him like brown kind of curlyish hair that kind of straightened out throughout the movie. It was really weird actually. And so through a certain angle, he looks like Leon Kennedy. Yeah. It had some pretty decent jump scares. The CGI was so fucking bad. It wasn't even that bad. It was just very, very basic. You would think 20 years later they would have better CGI, but you'd be wrong. It was okay. It was fine. There were some green screen moments, and the costume designs were fine. They were okay. The beginning of the movie was so fucking cool. I had such high expectations. The cinematography for the movie, the jump scares were really, really good. The pacing was good. I'll give the pacing like a 7 out of 10. Um, but overall, it's just there were just those tiny little imperfections that kind of got to me throughout the movie, like the little green screen mess ups, or like the acting was good. Like James and Maria did an amazing job. It was kind of corny, a little romance. Um, but there's like this scene where like James and Maria. Oh, fuck, I got Maria and Mary mixed up, but Maria's wig was so fucking bad. It was so bad. When I saw that shit, I was like, girl, be so fucking for real right now. Also, there's like the sequence where like James has like a mental breakdown and he's like H, he's like big fat ass beard. His beard was so bad. His beard was so bad. And then we meet Amanda, which is like the woman who got sexually assaulted, and she has a good part in the movie. She comes out for like maybe 10% of the movie. They didn't do her character badly. They really did talk about like how it affects you to be sexually assaulted, but the CGI just it was so fucking bad. There was nothing graphic in the movie, obviously. They didn't do any of that, which I really appreciated. Um, I felt like maybe we could have touched on her a little bit more, but again, it was a really dumbed down, simplified version of Silent Hill 2. What else to talk about? Oh, her wig was also bad. Her wig was horrible. Her wig was fucking horrible. It was I don't know. It was kind of giving me Anya for mouthwashing. Not gonna lie about that with how stiff it was. um, Good jump scares. It had some really really cool monsters. If you compare it to the Silent Hill franchise and the monsters, it definitely lived up to the monster designs. There was like beautiful insect cinematography, beautiful insect like imagery and mimicry. It was fucking gorgeous actually. Um as for the rest of the movie, the pacing was fine. Some jump scares were good. Special effects were pretty good. some of it really, really good, some of them were really bad. It was kind of like in and out. James's actor did an amazing job with James. I feel like it really did tell us who James was, but I feel like the movie was from James's point of view. I don't think we get Mary's point of view. Um, as for the rest of the movie, it was okay. It's fine. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like a 7 out of 10. I'm just a little disappointed. Yeah, I'm disappointed because Silent Hill F had such a success and it was promoted so heavily, and yet the 2026 Return to Silent Hill movie was not promoted in any type of way. I only found out about it because I was trying to watch fucking Primate and I saw that they were showing it and I'm like, oh, Silent Hill? um, the promotional could have done 100 times better. I am really happy with the postcards. There is no after credits scene. I did wait. I literally watched through like the cast list and I was like, oh my god. And there was no scene. There was like no scene at all, and I was so bummed out. But it's whatever. I feel like the budget maybe wasn't as big as they were supposed to get. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. But I just really thought it would be a much, much better movie considering how much money and time had gotten into the new Silent Hill F game. Uh Other than that, I would give the movie a solid 6.5, 7 out of 10. A crappy movie, but it's definitely fun to watch. I don't think it's as crappy as Resident Evil movies, but I feel like Resident Evil movies can kind of get away with a little bit more, just because they're supposed to be like action packed and stupid fucking movies. But this one did have its psychological horror. It did have some really cool monsters. It did have some cool CGI, some cool effects. It's just a fun watch in general. I would recommend just watching it if you're a Silent Hill fan, just for the sake of it. Don't take it too seriously.